Welcome to the Blue Cafe. We offer stories of infidelity, betrayal, and redemption. Please like and subscribe. Cheers. Now, on to today's story. I have been cheated on multiple times over 6.5 years. I am naive. I kept believing love can heal her. It doesn't. She won't change. As a result, I've developed chronic anxiety. I've been dumped again and replaced. I will admit I did neglect her because I was just super mad. She wasn't even there for me after a near-death experience for months, and even when she showed up I caught her cheating on me twice in 1 month. Even as she promised she'd never do it again, just a week later she's caught again barehanded. She even said the guy's name to the guy she cheated on me with after 2 years in bed. While being insanely loose, I caught her Reddit post about her letting some guy come in her and she was taking the pill and talking about how she missed her period. She even tried to peg it on me, saying she stopped getting her period and I should marry her immediately if she's pregnant, since it would bring shame to bring a kid without marriage. She wasn't pregnant, just missed period from malnourished with bad eating habits. I did communicate what I wanted from her. She always dealt with them all. It was so crippling on me. Even after she promised to make it up for me over and over, I kept believing, but she never delivered. I kept trying to believe I could manifest, split into a different universe using the law of attraction, and she was suddenly not a cheater. I was so deluded. So next thing I know, she talks about having a white dick fetish in bed as we cuddle. While I was both physically and mentally sick, I paid for her trip to travel and I'm paranoid. I know she did a lot of things behind my back. Had a call with her sometime and she was moaning and then acting like she was masturbating and ignored me, disappeared for hours, started acting stranger and stranger. My story is so long, I just don't have the energy to type it in detail. So her last scene was a pure breakup, giving me random reasons every day to why she wants a breakup and not being consistent on her reasons every day for a while until it happened. And she just shamelessly shows me videos of her being drunk and being around guys all the time. It's crazy. I don't understand this woman at all. She is nothing like what she used to be. And I'm going crazy. I can't recognize myself. Perhaps I'm the crazy one to believe in love so much that she's starting to pick up on the weird self-love toxic vibe of it, and it's just empowering her to be more toxic. Even as she left, she said I was only acting, I never loved you, and I was never faithful when I said it, which was crazy. I am truly an idiot. Duck me. She is my first. I saved myself for her all my life, and this is what I get. I can't grow any feelings for any other girl. I'm on denial on how someone like her can exist. It has to be a brain issue or memory or something. It just doesn't add up. Life is unfair. I guess I have to accept it. I just can't believe all my effort I put in and care about her being safe is gone to nothing, and I'm just being treated like crap with no value or concern, as she replaced me with a bunch of new people in her life, and she claims she is happier that way, even though it's clear these druggies won't be around her long term. If I had $1 for every time I've known a woman like that, or had a friend who had to deal with one like that, I'd be able to go buy a large gourmet pizza, maybe Chicago style. Hell, the last girl I went out with ducked her ex the night before our date, and then the same night after a date ended. I found out from him when he was pissed 2 days later that she had ducked another ex. Those screenshots were hilarious in hindsight. Toxic is toxic. Be thankful she's out of your life. Stay hopeful, it will turn around for you. I just don't get it. Why do they set up the relationship to fail from the first get-go? Because they don't want an actual relationship. That's some bullshit they feed to guys that will actually treat them right and with respect, so they can brag to their friends and family about the great guy they have. But in the end, women like that just want to ride the world's cock train until the relationship blows up, and then they blame their boyfriend or anyone else except themselves. I'm sure there are men that do the same. Some people just don't know how to be decent folks. They blame their boyfriend or anyone else except themselves. Oh man, it's true they don't take responsibility for their actions ever, like no self-reflection ever, always one-word answers and changing the subject when you are trying to communicate something meaningful with them. It's so confusing. Why don't they act their age and be an adult about it? They manage to be friendly and keep a job to everyone else, why not us? Even at some point I managed to guilt myself for long periods thinking I'm in the wrong from neglect. Which is partially true, we both are partially wrong, but I am over giving her the benefit of the doubt. I do have good intentions for it to work out and I hope she does too, but it doesn't make sense. She holds a stable job and treats everyone kindly, how come she doesn't do that for us too? It's like she's on purpose through tantrums and says it's always my fault and I suck and I'm a manipulator and a cheater even with no evidence. I don't even have opposite sex friends that I hang out with. How am I a manipulator if you can't even give me a decent excuse of how I manipulated you? Everything I ask of you is always with good intentions. She takes things out of context and says it's manipulation when she can't even give me one valid reason of manipulation. Like I asked her to stop having male friends because clearly she keeps cheating and it's making me feel uncomfortable. And yet she goes like that's manipulation. Like what? Like I asked her not to have surgery either for her tits, or even her throat. She snores at night affects my quality of sleep, but I don't ever want her to be in any harm of any sort due to surgery risk and post-surgery complications. I care about her health and well-being. I will admit I am not the best either in my interactions as I am on the spectrum, however at some point I was so loving and great before the multiple cheatings. I just couldn't stay in my stability loving zone. She just turned me into someone I don't recognize. Like confused resentful wanting to punish her on the last 2 years, yet still trying to be the best I can on being kind and everything. It was quite confusing. This about sums it up. It's not a fail for them, that's what you need to understand. Honestly, she became comfortable with disrespecting you because you allowed her to. You need to be single and work on yourself. You have no self-esteem or self-respect, you don't know your worth. Never keep someone who is okay with hurting you. Also never blame your damn self, seriously. All you need to know is that she's a well-used long plus handled garden tool. So, get on with living. Go out and do things you like. If you don't have anything that you particularly enjoy doing, find something. Keep your mind off of the slattern as much as possible. As you do, you'll find that she'll start to fade into the distance of your memory, and it'll hurt less and less until you become indifferent to her very existence. My story is so long. See, this is your fault, you kept it dragging on and on. Instead to make short to fit in a tweet, she cheated and I dropped her instantly. Really hard to feel sympathy for someone who takes being shit on over and over again. The only way you get treated like crap is if you allow yourself to be treated like crap. You need to find something within yourself that says I will no longer accept this treatment from anyone. That you will no longer allow disrespect. Once you can manage that, you might just feel better and stronger. You're way past naive, my friend. Now you either have respect for yourself or you don't and just continue. It's literally not like you're losing some special person. Brah, she belongs to the streets. Don't be that guy. We hope you have enjoyed today's episode. Please comment, like and subscribe. Cheers. Have a wonderful day or night. Wherever you are.